Hi, everybody. All right, welcome to your first spelling lesson on compound words. This is so exciting now that we're diving into spelling. So let's go ahead and get started. So when we think about a compound word, it's basically like two words put together to make one, okay? And guess how many syllables it usually has? This time we're going to be doing two syllables, okay? With our compound words. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started with our first word. Our first word is backpack. Now, watch this with my jaw. Put your hand underneath your jaw and let's say it together. We're going to say it slowly. Backpack. My jaw dropped two times, so that's how I know that it has two syllables. Okay. So when we do our first syllable, back, all right? If I hear two syllables, well, I'm going to draw me two lines. One line, two lines. Also, take out your dry erase boards, your dry erase markers. Make sure you're doing this with me because this is going to help you when you have to practice these words some more, okay? All right, now what I'm going to do is draw a line here at the bottom. Oops, a little crooked. We'll erase that and try again. And we're going to draw a line here, all right? So that way we can put the rest of the word here. Okie dokie. Now, when we do our first word, back, right? We are going to, our first syllable, not word, we are going to do our first syllable, and we're going to do our first syllable with the word back, okay? Because that's our first syllable. Back, backpack. So we have back. So we're going to chop up back. Let's do it. B, a, back, okay? So we have b, a, remember that k you hear is a digraph, okay? That's CK. Remember, we use the digraph CK if we hear a short vowel sound. So that A says I'm not saying its name, so therefore it is a short vowel sound, okay? So we're going to use that. All right, now we have to go and we have to spell pack, okay? So here we are for pack. Oh, sorry. It's not letting me be great. So we are just going to draw it in. All right. Now pack. Ack. All right. Now what's good is that it rhymes. So it has the same ending sound as the word back. So that's not too much thought we have to put into that, right? Ack. Remember, we use that CK because that A says what again? If you say do a dance. It's a short vowel sound. All right. Now, on the bottom here, all we're going to do is just put the word together. Backpack. The reason why we do it like that first is so that way you see that when we spell two-syllable words or compound words, we take our time by breaking it up, and we're not trying to spell the whole word at one time. That's just too much. That just doesn't work. When you spell words with syllables in it, you have to start with the first syllable first. Okie dokie? Okay. Now, let's go and try a different word. All right. Let's see. Erase. Go ahead and erase your boards. I have my pen ready. All right. This word is going to be dust pan. And we're going to make it one line here when we have to put it all together. Dustpan. All right. How do we know it has two syllables? Let's put our hand underneath the chin and let's count. Dust, that's one. Pan, that's two. Dust pan, all right? So now we have to start with the first syllable. Our first syllable is dust. So I'm going to start off with the word dust. D, d, uh, And now we do pan. And what is that glued sound that goes an? An. Now I'm going to write it out. Dustpan. Okie dokie. And that's, my friend, is how you do it. All right, now we're going to try one more together and then I'll give you some practice ones, okay? The last one we're going to do together is rainbow because I like this one because it goes over some of the sounds, some of your vowel team sounds. See if you remember those vowel teams. Okie dokie. All right, so here we go. Rainbow. Let's count how many syllables. Rain, bow. All right, there's two. So let's draw out our two lines and then the one to bring it all together. Rainbow, rainbow. So the first word we're going to start off with, or the first syllable, is rain. That's our first jaw drop, rain. Okay. So if our first jaw drop is rain, then we're going to spell the word rain. And I'm going to use blue. All right, here we go. R, A. Stop right there. What vowel team in the middle of the word says A? Do you remember? If you said AI, you're awesome. Okay. A, I, R, ang. And then we hear that at the end. So we have rain and now we have bow. Okay. So B, O. So we go B, B, B. Now, what makes that O sound? What vowel team comes at the end of the word and makes the O sound at the end of the word usually? Not in the middle, but at the end. All right. If you said O-W, do a little jig because you're right. It's O-W. All right. And then on your whiteboard, let's put them together. Rain, bow. Okie dokie. You got it. All right, here are some practice words for you to do on your board. And no, I'm not going to help you, but I will write the word to go over it with you. So if you need time to pause the video to think about it, pause it, okay? The next word is peanut. Peanut. Think about that vowel tone you hear in the word peanut, okay? What vowel tone is making that sound that you hear? All right? Peanut. All right, I'm about to start writing the word. So if you need more time, pause the video. Here we go. P. All right. So what makes that vowel sound team is E-A. P nut. Just a regular CVC. And you put them together and you get peanut. All right. The next one that we're going to do is sandbox. 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 We play in the sandbox on the playground. Sandbox. If you need more time, pause it. All right, here we go. Sand box. Box. You got it? That's awesome. Remember, don't forget that glue sound. So, and has that glued sound, okay? All right, the last but certainly not least word is lipstick, okay? Lipstick. All right, go ahead and spell that word out. Remember to pause the video if you need more time because I'm about to spell it. All right, here it is. Lipstick. I hear that short I and I hear a k at the end. So I know I need to use CK. Lipstick. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching the video. Happy spelling.